beautiful, steamy, oniony potato. Hello and welcome to Full of Food. I'm carrying on with my potato series, and today I'm going to make some really lovely simple hash browns. So I'm starting off with some red potatoes here. These Albert Bartlett ones are quite good, you can get them in the supermarkets, but any nice red potato will do. I've got some butter and I've got some onions. Now I'm going to use red onions and we're going to dice them really finely. I'll show you how to do that, but you could use white onion. I've got salt and pepper, a little bit of olive oil and some Frylight to make sure we get them nice and crispy on the outside. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take your potatoes and pop them into a pan of boiling water, whole with their skin on, so give them a little wash, then pop them in for about 10 to 12 minutes, and all you want to do there is soften them up a little bit. So here's some that I did earlier. And then we want to brown our onion. So we're just going to take our onion and we're going to dice it really finely. So the easiest way to do that is to just come down into some thin little slices. So this is half an onion cut in half. And then we're going to, I don't know if you can see that, we're going to go this way. And that is what makes the fine dice in the middle there. So you want that fine dice to go into these hash browns because it just makes it taste a little bit better. So here are some I did earlier. All I've done is I've diced them up and I've just cooked them to soften them in some of the extra virgin olive oil. Let's grab our potatoes, and what we want to do is we want to take the skin off of them. So when you cook these potatoes on the hob, you leave the skin on, and that's just because you can easily pull it off afterwards. Don't worry about peeling them beforehand. You can just peel that off when they come out of the boiling water. These have cooled down a little bit so I can touch them, but it just makes it a little bit easier. You can also leave the skins on with these if you want that little bit of extra fibre to go into your hash browns. Peel these skins off here. Much easier than peeling them beforehand, and it means that the potato stays together quite nicely as well. So don't worry if there's a few little bits of skin on there. Okay, so there we have our potatoes, and what we're going to do is we're going to grate them. So just grab your potato, like I said, it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of skin left on there, and you're just going to grate those down. And because they're a tiny bit soft, they grate really easily. This is so much easier than doing it raw, and it means that your hash browns cook nice and quickly as well. You can see how easily and nicely that grates down. So just transfer that into the bowl. So I've got 4 potatoes here, and that will make quite a lot of hash browns. Probably be able to get maybe 6 out of here. Gets a little bit messy this bit, but it's really worth it. And you can actually make these earlier and then freeze them. Just put them between a little bit of parchment paper. So here we've got our grated potatoes. We've got that already cooked red onion. We've got salt and pepper, which we're going to add in, and we've got some butter. There's 40 grams of butter in here. So I'm just going to pop this in the microwave to melt it so we can combine all these together. Okay, so there we have our melted butter. So we're going to pour that in to our potatoes. Add our lovely little red onions, about half an onion here, depends on how oniony you like it. You can add more or less. A good amount of seasoning, so some salt and pepper. We'll season them at the end as well, once they're cooked, but it's good to get a little bit running through that hash brown there. And then all you need to do is combine that up through that potato, and can you see as well the potato sort of going a little bit mashy as well? That's the sort of consistency you want, because you want it to make a nice patty. Right, so I'm doing this in the Ninja flexdrawer. Of course any air fryer will work perfectly well. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hands. I'm going to grab a generous spoonful of our mixture, and then I'm going to compress it. Now you want to get it quite compressed down so that it stays together, but also so that you get a nice little crispy edge there. So Just going to continue doing that. Okay, so there we have it. Our hash browns are all done. What I like to do at this point is just grab some Frylight and give them a little bit of a spray before they go in, and we'll spray them throughout the cooking process as well. If you don't like Frylight, I know some people don't like using it in their air fryer, you can get a little dispenser and just use a normal oil like vegetable oil or olive oil. So we're going to start off putting these on for 10 minutes. We'll check them about halfway through and see how they're doing. Okay, so we're just coming up to 5 minutes on cooking time now. Let's have a little look to see how they're doing. So you can see they're just starting to crisp up now. Now we're going to leave them a bit longer. We don't want to try and flip them over because they might fall apart. So I'm going to pop those in for another couple of minutes, check them again, and then keep going for my full 10 minutes and only turn them over when I have to. Okay, so we're about to hit 10 minutes of cooking. So we're going to have a little look at how they're doing. And you can see they've started to crisp up really nicely. And if we flip one over, you can see they're lovely and golden where they've been against the crisper plate. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip all of these over now, because they'll hold their shape a little better. And then I'm going to spray them with a bit of my Frylight or my oil again, and then I'm just going to put them back in to get that other side nice and golden. That pre-cooking of that potato means that these stay together really quite well when you come to this stage of flipping them over. So put one last bit of Frylight on there, and then we'll just pop these back in for another minute or so just to make sure that they're lovely and golden before we serve them. Okay, so all done. They've just been in for that final minute. So now we're just going to take them out, put them into the bowl. One of the great things about using an air fryer for this is that crisper plate really makes them crisp up underneath and then still really nice and fluffy inside. I think that's a nice thing about a hash brown, is you want a bit of fluffiness inside. So there you have it, really easy air fryer hash browns with a little bit of onion in, nice little bit of butter, and as we can see there, they've got a lovely golden top to them, and inside very hot, beautiful, steamy, oniony potato. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you have any questions or any recipes you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know in the comments below. Please like and subscribe till the next video. Bye bye.